beautiful day in paradise. Yes, it is. Played quite a show yesterday at the Pilot House for Pirate Fest 2025. Got about an hour and 2 minutes of sleep, so running on the blessings of a beautiful day. Thank you, Lord. And wanted to do a little licks and tricks number 3 after I get all this cat hair off of me. Been playing with the main kitty and got her hair all over me. On licks and tricks number 1 and 2, we did a Jerry Reed style picking by dropping the E down to a D and getting that drop D sound. Well, I wanted to show you 2 things. First of all, it can be applied to an acoustic guitar. That style of picking, of course, Jerry Reed did it on those classical gut string guitars. That's what he was truly noted for. But on today's version of licks and tricks, we're going to apply navigating through the reeds by also dropping that high E down to a D. So this is what is known in some circles as Dan in 3D. You have a D there, a D there, and a D there. And this chord sounds like this. It's one of my favorite tunings. I didn't see anybody ever do it. I'm sure it's been done 1,000 trillion times. If it has been, I haven't seen anybody else do it. So I'm not claiming ownership. I'm not inventing anything. It's just something I did years ago in the early 90s. I started doing that. And just a neat way to get some different voicings. Here's a few examples for you. Really neat sound. The cool thing is now, by dropping this down a whole step, when you play on the B and the now the drop D string on the, it becomes a 7. And you'll see this come in handy here in just a second. So let's navigate a little bit with our 7 that's there. Go back to licks and tricks number 1 and 2, and you'll see this position that we're talking about. And then also too, that we're going to get this bass note going like that. And here's the voicing now with that drop D. Really cool. All right, let's see what we got. Check this out. There's that 7 in the high string. A minor, G, just really cool. It's just another element to know that changing a few strings here and there, or just grabbing a different instrument, going from an electric to an acoustic. I have found that the acoustic guitar is truly the key for me of unlocking the electric in a different manner. The electric guitar, sometimes when I pick it up, I'm thinking there's just so many options that kind of clutters the mind. And listen, it's not a simple instrument, and neither is the acoustic guitar. And the acoustic guitar is no simpler to play than the electric. A lot of times we just think simpler when we have the acoustic. I've heard a lot of people say, including myself at times, oh, I can't play that on an acoustic, I need my electric. Well, I've erased that from my mind. You might not be able to play the same way you would play it on an electric. The strings are thicker, the bending is not near the same, but you can surely play a variation. And just that alone changes your thinking, well, then changes your approach. And that in itself is unrestricting, no boundaries, right? So, the limitations that I have, I surely don't want to also use the word can't or won't, right? I mean, I'm going to do everything I can to try to do something. And it's a lot more mentally freeing when you think in those terms. So now when I play the acoustic, one of the things I am trying to do is just trying to get down to a basic clarity of performance so I can hear it nice and easy and soft. Which, believe it or not, when I grabbed the electric, I found myself taking that approach before. My electric playing had a lot more pointedness, I guess. You just think you have to pronounce everything when you grab your electric. As a lead guitar player, what do you want to do? You want to stand out when you do something, so you typically, try to project, try to pronounce, whatever the terms are you'd like to do. But listen, the combination of the opportunity to play on an electric guitar and then try things on the acoustic and vice versa, consider doing it. It's a great way to continue the pursuit and the journey of the blessing of music. And while you're doing it, drop your E's down to D and have a little fun in 3D, because I want to tell you something. I think it's the coolest things. You can surely do some cool songs that are bluegrass standards like Okay, licks and tricks number 2, go acoustic and drop your little E down to a D and have a little fun. And most of all, enjoy the journey along the way. God bless you all.